So welcome back. So in this session I would like to discuss one of the application like serial parallel conversion. Okay. So let us take a system consisting two modules, a source module and destination module. In between modules a serial type of data is transmitted. So that is from the source module to destination module the data is transmitted one bit at a time. Okay, but at the in the modules the data operation is on parallel. Okay, so at the source module, so before going to transmit in the serial mode, it has to convert the parallel data into serial. Similarly, at the destination mode, the received serial data should be converted into parallel. Okay, so in addition to this serial data signal between source and destination modules, there are two more signals you can observe here. One is the clock signal and another one is sync signal. So the clock signal is for a different control units you need to have the clock signal, that is common for both source and destination modules, whereas the purpose of sync signal is to represent when the time slot starts or when the frame starts. That means the data transmission between source and destination module is in the form of frames. Okay, so here each frame consists 32 time slots. So this is the frame, which consists 32 time slots. Okay, so time slot 0, time slot 1, like that 31 time slots we have. So totally 32 time slots represents one frame, and each time slot consists 8 bits. So totally in one frame around 256 bits can be transmitted from source to destination. Okay, so when the frame or time slots 0 starts, that is indicated by the sync pulse. So that is the purpose of the sync. So for every frame one sync pulse is generated. So let us see the block diagram of source. So this is the block diagram for the source. Here IC74166 converts the parallel data into serial data. Okay, so if you observe at the input you have 8-bit data parallelly applied to this IC, and its output is only 1 bit at a time, you can observe. Okay, so this IC 74166 converts the parallel input data into serial data. Okay, so in addition to this converter there is another circuitry. This purpose is to represent which time slot is transmitting, and in each time slot which bit is transmitting. So for that purpose we are using here an 8-bit counter, 8-bit binary counter, which is designed using 274163 ICs. You know, 174163 IC acts as a 4-bit counter. Therefore two such ICs are used here to act as a 8-bit counter. So out of 8 bits, the MSB 5 bits represents the which time slot is transmitting. Okay, so you know there are 32 time slots. Which time slot is transmitting is represented through the MSB 5 bits, whereas LSB 3 bits represents which bit is transmitting in that time slot. Okay, you know each time slot consists 8 bits. Out of 8 bits, which bit is transmitting, that representation is through LSB 3 bits. Okay, and the 8-bit counter RCO output, that is the second IC RCO output, is used as a sync signal. So you know the purpose of sync signal is to represent when the frame or time slot 0 starts. Okay, so this is the block diagram at the source module. Okay, similarly at the destination module, this is the logic diagram you can observe. Here 74164 IC receives the serial data, and converts into parallel. Okay, converts into parallel. But after this 74164 IC, there is a one more IC with the number 74377. It acts as a buffer. So the purpose of buffer is the data, so since it receives serially, that is bit by bit, but in the processor the data should be in the parallel mode. Parallel data has to be processed. So the data has to be wait up to receiving the total 8 bits. So instead of sending that parallel data to the different processing units in the destination module, so you need to wait to receive all the 8 bits. Okay, so for that purpose the buffer is used. After receiving all the 8 bits, then only it transmits to the rest of the units in the destination modules. Okay, and in addition to this, here also an 8-bit counter is there. The purpose of this 8-bit counter also same as the purpose of 8-bit counter in the source module, that is the MSB 5 bits represents the which time slot is receiving, and the LSB 3 bits represents from that time slot which bit is receiving. Okay, so that information gives this 8-bit counter. Okay, so this is the application of serial parallel conversion, right? Then you can see the waveform of destination here. So this is the clock signal. So with reference to clock signal, so whenever the time slot 0 starts, so with reference to that, one sync pulse is generated. The sync pulse is first of all, at the receiving point, a sync pulse is received. It indicates the byte 0 is, that is time slot 0 starts. Okay, so in the each byte, in the each time slot you have a 8 bits like this. In each time slot you have a 8 bits like that. 32 time slots you can observe, or 32 byte of data can be received. Okay, so that is the waveform of the destination. Then coming to another form of counters, like ring counters. Okay, so in case of ring counters, so the counter which shows a cyclic state diagram is known as the ring counter. Okay, so here I am representing a ring counter which circulates either 1 or 0. Okay, so this is the state diagram of circulating 1. Okay, so let us see, this is the initial state. The 1 is placed in the LSB position, in the least significant bit position. So then whenever the clock pulse is applied, it goes to next state. In the next state, what happens? The 1 is moved towards left side direction by 1 bit. Okay, so this next state is like this. Okay, so here what you observe, just the 1 is moved to the next higher position. Similarly, so the 4th state, and after 4th state again the first state starts. Okay, like that if you observe, the 1 is circulating like this towards left hand side direction. Okay, similarly another form of state diagram is here a 0 bit is circulating. Okay, so in order to design a ring counters, actually the ring counters also known as shift register counters. So to design this ring counter, I am going to taking a shift register IC, that to universal shift register IC, universal shift register. You know the number of universal shift register is 74194. IC 74194 is the universal shift register. Okay, so already we studied the 74194 shift register in the previous unit. So what are the different inputs it has, similarly what are the outputs it has, and its functionality, truth table, etc. Okay, now using that I see how to design this ring counter to circulate either 0 or 1. Now here is the design of 74194 IC to circulate 1. Okay, so before going to see what is the functionality of 74194, it shows 4 different functions. Those are hold function, left shift, right shift, and load. So all these functions based on the values on S1 and S0. The S1 and S0 values decides which function the IC74194 shows. Okay. So and the purpose of clear input is, if the clear input is 0, it resets the register. Okay. So for shifting operations, the clear signal must be at logic 1. Clear signal must be at logic 1. Here in this one circulator, I am using left shifting operation. So left shifting is achieved when S1 is 1 and S0 is 0. S1 is 1 and S0 is 0. So that's why S0 here is connected permanently to logical high value, whereas S0 is it is connected to a reset pin. Why? Because, so first of all, you need to load one of these states, one of the ring counter state into the register. For that purpose, so we are maintaining this terminal like reset. Okay, and out of QA, QB, QC, QD, you know QA is the MSB bit. Okay, that MSB bit is fed back to as an LN bit, that is left in bit. When the data is moved towards the left direction, actually the LSB position is vacant. The LSB position goes to the vacant, that is filled by left in bit. Okay, so initially I am loading the state is called 0001. So the first state I am going to load into the counter is 001. How can I load? That 0001 state has to be maintained at the input. Okay, so therefore A is 0, B is 0, C is 0, that is 000. The LSB bit is 1. Okay, so that's why it is connected to 5 volts VCC. Okay, so first of all, to load this one state into the counter or a register, okay, the reset value must be 1. Okay, so when it is 1, that is S0 is 1, S1 also 1. If both the S0 and S1 are 1 1, the functionality of this IC is loading function. Loading function means whatever the data appear at the input pins A to D, that is loaded into the counter. Okay, now what is this data? That is state 0001. Okay, that data is loaded into the counter, that you can observe at the output lines. After that, you need to apply a 0 input on S0 line. Okay, so when S0 is 0, S1 is 1, the 74194 IC shows left shifting operation. Okay, so initial state is, what is the initial state? 0001. The first state is, it is loaded. Okay, 0001. After that, the left shifting action you can observe. So with one clock pulse, the left shifting with the circulating fashion you can observe like this, 0010. Okay, similarly for the next pulse, the data is in the circular fashion is moved towards the left direction, therefore 0100. So and this is the next state. After this again initial state comes. Okay, like that a 1 is continuously circulates. Okay, so that's why it is called a circulating of logic 1. Okay, so similarly you can design circulating a 0. Okay, so for that you need to already state diagram I have given in the previous slide. So based on that you have to assume initial state, one of the state from that state diagram you need to load into that counter. After that maintain the type of circulating, right? Then okay, so suppose if there is any error occurs, That means if any state other than this, actually here in this ring counter, what are the states? Are state values 1, 2, 4, 8 only. Okay, but actually under 4-bit notation 16 possibilities are there. 16 possibilities are there. Okay, so because of error, if any other than these 4 states occur, automatically the ring counter corrects itself and comes to one of these 4 states. Okay, for that purpose, in order to getting the self correction, what you have to do, or what is the change you need to maintain in this counter, that we can see in the next session, right?